dream debut, if you like, for Reinders to a subdued one, should we say, for Arsenal's new striker, Viktor Gyökeres. Lasted an hour or so at Old Trafford. Tommy, I mean, we've talked so long about their need for a number 9. Finally, they spent big money on one for 60 million or so. And already after one game, some people questioning if maybe they've signed the wrong man. I mean, it's the harsh reality of the Premier League, but it's too soon to judge him, isn't it?
It's silly. It's silly for me. I mean, listen, I've played against Viktor Gyökeres a lot of times over the course of my career when he was at Coventry. Fantastic player. I think he'd done ever so well at Coventry. Obviously made the move to Portugal. I think people can actually underestimate how tough the Portuguese league is. There's a lot of good teams in that league. And he went over there, scored an absolutely insane amount of goals, deserved his move to Arsenal. And he didn't play that long, really, did he, in the Man United game? I think give him time. He's got to have time.
It's not a full pre-season either, is it?
Well, yeah, there's that as well. I think, you know, Old Trafford, for whatever anyone says about Man United, they're still a tough team to beat. For Arsenal to go there and win, I just think give him a few games, let him find his feet with the Arsenal team and the connections that he needs to build with the players, and I think he'll do well.
I mean, Mourinho stepped in well and did a job, didn't he, certainly for Arsenal last season. But I mean, having played pretty much a whole campaign, basically without an out-and-out recognised striker doing sort of strikery things, Courtney, and therefore playing in a certain way, do they need to change and adapt to how they now play with an out-and-out striker in the team?
100%. He needs time. They need time to work out in terms of, you know, not just playing with a striker, but his, you know, special attributes, the runs he's going to make, and he needs to get used to his teammates. So for me, I saw a stat earlier about, you know, certain strikers. I think one was Ronaldo. His first 5 games, he didn't score for Juventus. So look, and he's one of the best strikers in the world. It takes time, and I get it, because this is the one that they've been craving. Obviously, there's been big talk about it, and they're expecting to come in and make an impact. But I agree. Look, Manchester United and Old Trafford, it's a strange one, because obviously the form's all over the place. But they seem to, in these bigger games, to be able to pull out, a result or a performance. It's definitely not a result, but a type of performance that, you know, nullified Arsenal to an extent. And they actually looked all right in parts, Manchester United. Yeah, they played quite well. So, look, I mean, for Manchester United, yes, they've made some good signings. I still think the jury's out in that sense. But for me, yeah, no, speaking as a former striker as well, just give him a little bit of time, and once he gets that first goal, I've got no doubt that he's going to be a very good signing.
Viktor Gyokeres' long-awaited Premier League debut for Arsenal finally arrived at Old Trafford, but the Swedish striker endured a quiet evening against Manchester United. Despite the buzz surrounding his big-money move, he struggled to make a real impact as the Gunners edged out a narrow win. For many fans, the performance felt underwhelming, especially given the high expectations that accompanied his arrival. The muted display has already sparked conversation among supporters and pundits alike. Some are questioning whether Gyökeres can quickly adapt to the intensity of English football and deliver the goals Arsenal desperately need in their push for the title. Others argue it's far too soon to judge, pointing out that debut nerves and the pressure of facing a top opponent at Old Trafford may have played a part. Still, the spotlight on Gyökeres is unlikely to fade anytime soon. Arsenal invested heavily in him to lead their front line, and the demand for immediate results will only grow with each passing game. Whether his debut was just a slow start or an early warning sign remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: all eyes will be on him in the coming weeks as he looks to silence any doubts and prove himself as the right man for Mikel Arteta's attack.